Federico Fellini, an astrological portrait by Ciro Discepolo. It would seem like a prank of fate. Imagine a Capricorn man, very much a Capricorn for instance, with a conjunction of the Sun, Moon, and Mercury in that sign. Imagine that the sky, to make him even more of a Capricorn, decide to glue a precise Saturn dominant onto him. Wanting to overdo it, the sky placed it at the ascendant, AS, in a rather tight position. Wanting to go even further, it placed the said Saturn at a sesquiquadrat to the Moon. Elsewhere in this volume you will read how much importance such a planetary aspect holds in my experience as an astrologer. But that is not all. As if the heavens wished to seal the whole thing, they went further and even applied a Virgo ascendant, as if to protect the chosen path. However, it is especially in such circumstances that the power of compensation emerges in all its strength. It is as if Fellini sensed he was too Saturnian Capricornian and studied to become a Cancerian. He must have studied very well indeed, because his films are so steeped in Selenic symbols and the archetype of the Great Mother that they often become a list of captions on the subject, albeit blended together by incomparable art. This ranges from the tobacconist with incredible breasts, a hypertrophic image of the maternal function, to the metallic whiteness of the Selenic scenes in La Voce della Luna, where Benigni stands on the rooftops, rising higher, moving closer to the sky, to the soul, to the thousand other magical alchemies of his masterpieces. Above all, in first place, ahead of everything, is the world of the circus, the clowns, and the magic of a past childhood, nostalgically chased forever. Probably Mars in Libra played a major role in the destiny, especially the artistic one, of the Oscar winner Federico Fellini. That sense of impotence must have at least suggested to him that there was nothing granitic about him. Perhaps the very supposed granitic nature of his Saturn Capricorn being led him to compensate along the path of a Cancer in search of himself. Certainly 81-2, according to the reading of the man and the artist proposed here, could represent the most important paradigm of this comparison. We know that Federico Fellini filmed this movie after a long Jungian deep analysis with Gianfranco Tedeschi. He had precisely filmed 8 movies and 1 episode in a multi-director feature, hence the title. He imagined being in a spa location like Fiuggi or Cianciano and wanting to shoot a film where a young woman dressed in white, barefoot with long hair flowing in the wind, runs down beside pure spring waters, all symbols of the anima in the Jungian sense. Alongside the director Guido, I believe that was his name, there is a very severe film critic, even in appearance an intellectual, who prods him. But what do you want to do? All this makes no sense. You must decide and commit to a serious scenography that has a head and a tail. Clearly, Fellini is representing in this film his profound dichotomy, his own dualism of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the laceration deriving from the opposition between his superego, the intellectual and film critic Daumier, and his anima, the director Guido, who would like to film scenes dictated by feeling and his deepest impulses, uncontrolled by the mind. It is no coincidence that in this cult film, the use of black and white is pushed to an almost exasperated contrast, which would seem improbable if it did not lead us to the fundamental problem exposed by the author from Rimini. The film concludes with the end of this struggle at the moment Daumier is found hanged. Then all the circus clowns pass by in a line, blowing trumpets, drums, and cymbals, in what is meant to be a libertarian outburst of the soul. Fellini has hanged Daumier. Probably in real life he did not succeed, but in his works he did. The sun and the stellium in the fifth case describe his dimension as a man of show business. Mars in the second case is certainly the maximum expression of his libido along the axis of the image of the film frame. Pluto in the 10th case, medium coeli, represents the heights he reached in his professional field, and Uranus in the 6th case could be framed with a line from a Woody Allen film, Annie Hall, if I remember correctly. They all look like they escaped from a Fellini castle. Excerpted from the book L'interpretazione del tema natale by Ciro Discepolo.